and Philippines. The Philippines has a fourth Miss Universe. The Miss Universe crown is back to the Philippines. A 24-year-old Filipino-Australian beauty, Catriona Gray, is crowned the Miss Universe 2018 in Bangkok, Thailand, besting 93 other candidates from different countries. She succeeded Demi Nell Peters from South Africa. Before the pageant proper, Gray posted a message to Filipinos in Instagram. She says, quote, "You have endlessly inspired me, given me strength and support. I want nothing more than to bring pride to you and give my all to give the best Christmas gift ever to my country." Gray also sent the internet abuzz with a slow-motion turn during the swimsuit portion of the preliminary competition. She is the fourth Filipino to bring home the coveted title, joining Gloria Diaz, Margie Moran, and Pia Wurtzbach. We will now go to our correspondent Pauline Versosa, who is in a viewing party. Pauline, how is the crowd taking the win there where you are?
Well, Ina, everyone here is just ecstatic and electric as Catriona Gray bagged the country's fourth crown at the Miss 2018 Miss Universe pageant. Everyone here already expected that she was going to win the crown, especially with the preparation she made on the way to the pageant. In the final round, they said, the expert here said she already had it in the bag, especially with an answer that focused on others rather than herself. They say Catriona really is a total package of beauty, brains, and heart. That's why she got crowned the newest 2018 Miss Universe. Ina?
Pauline, it hasn't been 3 years, no? Kakapanalo lang natin 2015 ng Miss Universe through Pia Wurtzbach. And before that, it was a long time, no? It was 1973 when Margie Moran won, and it was 1969 before that when it was Gloria Diaz. So now it's Catriona Gray. Of course, magaling yung kanyang sagot, no? Dun sa question and answer portion where the top three contestants, Philippines, South Africa, and Venezuela, the three finalists were asked the same question, which is, what is the most important lesson you have learned in your life, and how will you bring it in your term as a Miss Universe, as the Miss Universe? And maganda nga yung naging sagot niya, kagaya nung sinabi mo, she related, no, yung time niya with the poor people in Tondo, Manila, and she gave importance, no, to positivity and gratitude, and the importance of relaying these positive traits to children.
That's right, Ina. She really focused on helping others. She did mention, seeing a silver lining in situations where it's rather sad and depressive, and that's what she advocates for. She wants to see smiles on children's faces. She wants to see the beauty in bad situations, and that's what makes Catriona stand out apart from the other candidates. And of course, she was very notable also for her signature lava walk, her slow-mo swirl, which made waves online, and of course, her confidence and compassion for others in this year's Miss Universe pageant, Tina.
And of course, Pauline, there's also a lot of comments on social media saying that they're thankful that this time Steve Harvey pronounced the winner, correctly, no?
Yeah, that's right, Ina. Earlier, I know one contestant even reminded Harvey to read the card properly, and fortunately, he didn't read any other contestant's name. After all, Catriona really deserved this year's crown.
So talagang the whole Philippines is in a celebratory mood. Pauline Versosa there is in a viewing party. They watch the whole pageant, of course, from start to finish, and she's with pageant experts. Catriona Gray did not only captivate fans with her beauty and charms at the Miss Universe pageant, she also used her costumes to bring the Philippines into the spotlight. For the pageant's preliminary competition in Bangkok, Thailand last Thursday, Catriona Gray donned an Ibon Adarna-inspired gown symbolizing resilience, rising, and rebirth. In an Instagram post, Kapampangan designer Mac Tumang says the mythological bird Adarna is symbolism, and it befits Catriona as she has a, quote, resilient, tenacious, and unwavering spirit. Tumang adds Catriona's willpower and burning passion liken her to the blazing Adarna itself. In Filipino folklore, Adarna's singing heals anyone who hears it. Even Catriona's Luz Biminda national costume was such a hit that the Committee of the National Historical Commission of the Philippines asked her costume to be displayed at history museums in Angeles City, Kawit Cavite, Malolos, Bulacan, and in Intramuros, Manila. Again, our breaking news, the Philippines wins the fourth Miss Universe crown through Catriona Gray, a Filipino-Australian whose father is Australian but whose mother hails from Albay in Bicol. She's 24 years old, was born January 6, 1994. Her height is 5'10", and she bested 93 other contestants in this year's Miss Universe. The top 5 were comprised of South Africa, Vietnam, Venezuela, Philippines, and Puerto Rico. The top 3 being South Africa, Venezuela, and the Philippines. Our Catriona Gray brings home the crown as Miss Universe 2018. This is only the 4th time the Philippines has this crown. The last time was in 2015, care of Pia Wurtzbach. Before that, 1973, Margie Moran, and 1969 by the first Filipina Miss Universe, Gloria Diaz. Please stay tuned to CNN Philippines.
This program is brought to you by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
This is a special edition of Newsnight where we go above and beyond the headlines. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Tonight we celebrate Catriona Gray, Miss Universe 2018. Very few things can make the country grind to a halt like boxing, basketball, and beauty pageants, especially if it is the Miss Universe competition. But it's pure joy when the Philippines candidate takes home the crown. Catriona Gray is the country's 4th Miss Universe after Gloria Diaz in 1969, Margie Moran in 1973, and Pia Wurtzbach in 2015. Gray, everyone said, came prepared and to slay. From the national costume competition to the preliminaries where her slow-motion twirl in swimsuit took everyone's breath away, to this morning's pageant proper, no misstep, no mistake. Giving concise and measured answers to the questions, acing every moment of the competition without missing a beat. Gray was an early favorite in spite of the fact that the pageant's 3 co-hosts rarely mentioned her. Gray was a vision in her evening gowns in both the preliminaries, in an Ibong Adarna-inspired light orange beaded gown for the preliminaries, and in a Mayon volcano-inspired fiery deep red gown for the finals earlier. Both gowns created and executed by a talented Kapampangan designer, relatively new in the scene, Mac Tumang. But it wasn't just her gowns that caught the eye. Gray also helped design her Philippine flag ear clips. Gray stood out among the top 5 candidates in that deep red gown, obviously fit and made for a queen, the other 4 finalists wearing silver or ivory gowns. And as expected, the messages of congratulations pouring in from all over, from netizens to lawmakers. A sprinkling, though, of netizens who urged Gray to go beyond what she said about poverty in the country. But an avalanche of praise for what many believe was one of the most prepared candidates the Philippines ever sent to an international pageant. In a press conference after she was crowned, Gray said she was happy to have given Filipinos a Christmas present. Filipino nationals who were in the audience broke into song at the lobby of the pageant venue, singing the national anthem. Angel Jacob, host of CNN Philippines Leading Women, spoke to Gray in May.
I think that in any profession or walk of life that women find ourselves in, and I happen to find myself in the arena of pageantry and in being an artist and a creative, I think we have a level of influence either with our colleagues, our peers, or our families that we can influence something. And I think that we're in the prime position to influence good things or to inspire movements, inspire thinking outside the box. And I think it's a beautiful time for women right now, because we are finding each other. We are finding mentors in the community. We're finding people who believe in the same things we do. And I think we're banding together. And I think when women work together, that is an amazing thing. So I'm very excited, about the time that we live in right now, that we're able to have that kind of opportunity. And I think it's a very exciting thing.
What made Catriona Gray stand out among nearly 100 candidates? We look back at how she won the country's 4th Miss Universe crown in this report from Pauline Verzosa.
From the world to the universe, Filipino bet Catriona Gray bags the 2018 Miss Universe crown in Bangkok, Thailand. The 24-year-old stunner bested 93 other contestants as she displayed beauty, elegance, and compassion to bag the Philippines' 4th Miss Universe crown. Right from the preliminaries, Catriona already made waves as she wowed people with her signature lava walk and iconic slow-mo twirl. And on pageant day, she immediately won the hearts of many after sharing her advocacy of improving support for children. The Phil-Australian then stunned in the swimsuit and evening gown competition, where she flaunted her dazzling volcano-inspired gown by Filipino designer Mac Tumang. But apart from her looks, Catriona also proved that she's more than a pretty face as she shared her stand on legalizing marijuana for medical use. In the final round, the eloquent Filipina's award-winning answer was about how seeing the silver lining in every situation is what she can provide as Miss Universe. South Africa's Tamarin Green ended up first runner-up, while Miss Venezuela's Stephanie Gutierrez landed at 3rd place. With the win, Gray joins 3 other Miss Universe title holders, with Pia Wurtzbach bagging the last in 2015. Prior to Miss Universe, Catriona was also a candidate at the 2016 Miss World pageant, where she landed in the top 5. According to pageant experts, she has successfully reinvented herself and exuded great confidence to stand out this year.
To be honest, there are a lot of pretty candidates, but right from the very start, the minute she walked in with her patented moves, her like this, her like that, the crown was hers. It was a victory for the Philippines, and that's what she really wanted.
Aside from being a goddess, I know she will deliver comes the question and answer round.
Some fans even treated the most beautiful day in the universe as a special holiday as they gathered in viewing parties, salons, and houses to cheer for the country's pride. Following her coronation, Catriona Gray is expected to have a homecoming in the Philippines to celebrate with her countrymen. Pauline Verzosa, CNN Philippines.
Messages of congratulations pouring in for the new Miss Universe 2018. Catriona Gray's predecessor, Miss Universe 2017, Demi Lee Nell Peters, on Instagram posted this photograph of her passing the crown to Catriona, saying, quote, "Welcome to the sisterhood. May this year exceed all your expectations," unquote. Also on Instagram, Miss Universe 2015, Pia Wurtzbach, posting this photograph of her sharing the stage with Catriona. Wurtzbach described Catriona as the girl on fire who started strong and captured hearts with grace, commitment, and fearlessness. Wurtzbach adds, quote, "You have made us all proud. Raise your flag." And Winwin Marquez was crowned Reina Hispano-Americana last year, took to Twitter congratulating Catriona. Marquez says she's proud and happy for the country's 4th Miss Universe crown. Let's go above and beyond the headlines now with pageant expert Norman Tino. Norman, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Hello, Pia.
Hi. You're in Bangkok, right?
I'm still really all the excitement here, and I've said on the account this is the day of my life.
Norman, okay, let's try and continue this interview for a while. Let's see if the connection will improve. But I wanted to start with this. Now, you must be ecstatic about this, and the atmosphere must have been electric in that stadium. Can you describe it for us?
You know, even before the show started, you can see Filipinos all over the Impact Arena grounds and Philippine flags waving everywhere, all eyes, and you can see familiar faces, big names, small names, unknown names, pageant fans.
Norman,
You can see
yeah.
that.
Norman, I'm so sorry. You know, we're going to try and get a much better line to you. We really want to hear everything you're saying very clearly. We're going to get back to Norman Tino, who is in Bangkok, in just a bit. In the meantime, this is a special edition of Newsnight where we go above and beyond the headlines why Catriona Gray won the Miss Universe crown, according to experts and fans. And more congratulations pouring in for Miss Gray, from celebrities to politicians.
I think that in any profession or walk of life that women find ourselves in, and I happen to find myself in the arena of pageantry and in being an artist and a creative, I think we have a level of influence either with our colleagues, our peers, or our families, that we can influence something. And I think that we're in the prime position to influence good things or to inspire movements, inspire thinking outside the box. And I think it's a beautiful time for women right now, because we are finding each other. We are finding mentors in the community. We're finding people who believe in the same things we do. And I think we're banding together. And I think when women work together, that is an amazing thing. So I'm very excited, about the time that we live in right now, that we're able to have that kind of opportunity. And I think it's a very exciting thing.
This is a special edition of Newsnight on CNN Philippines. Our very own Catriona Gray is Miss Universe 2018. We go above and beyond the headlines now with pageant expert Norman Tino, who is in Bangkok. Norman, thank you for bearing with us, and always a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you as well, Pia, and it's always nice to share my views on CNN Philippines.
Yeah, Norman, can you tell us first, you must be very ecstatic about this and very, very happy that Catriona Gray won. At the same time, the atmosphere must have been electric in that stadium.
Correct. I'm super ecstatic because I'm probably one of the few pageant bloggers or personalities who stood firm with my #1 pick on Catriona since day one. So actually, when we all went to Impact Arena today, it was just a matter of witnessing her coronation, because I had no doubt in my mind that we will get our fourth Miss Universe crown. My mantra is, or my mantra was, the fourth time is a must. So Catriona delivered, and now we have our fourth Miss Universe crown.
How did you know that she was going to get the crown?
It is a very strong gut feel. You know, Pia, whenever we send Filipinas to international competitions, you get a feel of those girls who are worth risking your reputation for in terms of really making many articles about her or blogging about her every day and making sure that she is in the mind of every Filipino pageant fans here and around the world. You can see the beauty, the eloquence, and maturity of Catriona, and her social media following is also very powerful. Are you in for a small secret? Like the night before she got crowned, her Instagram followers zoomed to more than 1 million.
Okay.
So that speaks of the reach that Catriona has.
Okay. Norman, at what point, kanina you said kasi that going into the competition, to the pageant, you knew that she was the winner. But at what point during this morning's pageant did you know that for sure that she was the winner? Or, from the very beginning, or, diba, meron parang cue yan eh, may ano yan.
Yes, there is. During the final 3 Q&A, because it was so easy. There were only 3 girls left. So it's just a matter of assessing the answer of Miss South Africa and Miss Venezuela. And when I heard their answers, I knew that everything was over. Kumbaga, in the bag na.
In the bag, or the cat is out of the bag, ano? But
yes.
yeah, she has this way of really standing out, no. It wasn't just the fact that nung nag-top 5 siya, no, siya lang yung naka-red gown, everybody else in silver or ivory, no. Tapos siya lang talaga yung in red.
Yes.
But I was thinking, baka naman because I am a Filipina, parang merong bias ka agad for the Philippine candidate. Hindi ganon, Norman? Kasi ikaw, you're the pageant expert, so you would know, di ba? I mean, you would know kung kunyari ang kandidato natin hindi naman talaga malakas, right?
I can tell. Because if a candidate that we send is not really as strong, then I would not put her as number 1 every day of the competition. My readers would tell me, "Oh, why are you not putting Miss Philippines on top?" Because if I feel that the girl is not really going to take it all the way, then I just wouldn't do it. But in terms of Catriona's performance, she did an absolutely flawless game plan. She came to Bangkok prepared, and she went there to win, actually.
Interesting that you say that. Flawless game plan, aced everything, right? She went to win, she came prepared. A lot of people saying that. Parang we haven't had a candidate like this who was more prepared than her. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, because, okay, just the national costume competition alone, she had 3 prepared videos representing Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Compared to other beauty queens that we have, she would just go to the competition with the national costume and a short explanation. But with Catriona, she really did her assignments very well. And she picked all her wardrobe pieces in such impeccable manner that you can tell that she's proud of the Philippines and the kind of dresses or gowns or traditional attires that we have.
Yeah. Okay. Norman, merong mga, alam mo naman ang mga Pinoy, di ba? Meron tayong mga napapansin, ano? For one, so two things. first na bakit daw, and this is something that people would say in social media, and then while I was watching kanina, sabi ko, nga no, bakit yung tatlong co-host, hindi nila masyadong binabanggit ang Philippines o si Catriona Gray? What does it mean in pageant, ano?
You know, it's becoming too obvious already if even the three co-hosts would keep on repeating her name or citing her name all throughout the program itself. Prior to the start of the finals, everyone was just talking about her. Now, if, for example, you start the pageant and you talk about Catriona every time you have your segment on cam, then it's like a finished competition right from the first minute. Parang wala ng excitement, parang wala ng suspense. It's just to really balance out things.
All right. Well, the other thing is that merong mga iba na netizens na napapansin nila yung mga sagot niya doon sa questions that had to do, where she talked about poverty, no? Para bang urging her, encouraging her to go beyond that. I'm sure many people would defend her and say, you know, you're not supposed to go, you know, you're not supposed to have like a thesis defense or something, no? Ganun ba? How do you assess something like that?
You know, when Catriona talks about her advocacies, she just doesn't have like a ledger or a journal where she memorizes everything that she wants to talk about. Ito yung sinasabi natin, she talks the talk and walks the walk. So, some people might say that some of her ideas may seem to be redundant at times. But, you know, at the end of the day, what's important is that she's turning her words into action.
All right. Norman Tino, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Salamat. More messages of support and congratulations for Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray. The Miss Universe organization posted this photograph of Catriona with the caption, "Introducing your newly crowned Miss Universe 2018. Binibining Pilipinas, that sends official candidates to the Miss Universe organization on Facebook, says Catriona deserves to be the new Miss Universe. Binibining Pilipinas also thanked Gray for, quote, for raising the Philippine flag and embodying all-out hopes and dreams. And on the official page of Miss World, the pageant which Catriona joined and lost in 2016, congratulating her, it says the Miss Universe organization has a great winner. More stories coming up, crisis reactions of Catriona Gray's parents on her win as Miss Universe. And pageant memes making the rounds on social media. This is Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines. Catriona Gray makes the Philippines proud again, winning the country's 4th Miss Universe crown. But for one Twitter user, Catriona's victory symbolized something else. This netizen shared a photograph of the country's past queens, Gloria Diaz, Margie Moran, and Pia Wurtzbach in their evening gowns. He says, quote, in case you didn't know, Catriona just completed our Philippine flag. The country's previous queens already wore the colors yellow, white, and blue while representing the Philippines in the Miss Universe pageant. Catriona's family celebrating her win. In the audience, Mike, who happened to be seated beside Catriona's parents, caught on camera the moment they heard the announcement of the winner. Let's watch this.
The new Miss Universe is
Philippines!
Philippines!
Congratulations!
Catriona's win not the only topic dominating social media. Netizens also poking fun at memorable moments from the pageant. On Twitter, Christopher Purnell says Neo's performance predicted Catriona's victory. He posted this photograph showing the Filipina beauty queen standing far from her contestants. This netizen says Catriona already won even before the pageant. The Twitter user posts this photograph of Catriona posing alongside former Miss Universe queens Iris Mittenor, Pia Wurtzbach, and Demi Lee Nell Peters. This netizen speaks up on the inspiration behind Catriona's dress. He says the red evening gown symbolizes traffic on EDSA. Meantime, this Twitter post proves the Filipina beauty queen stood out among the contestants on stage. This netizen captions this photograph, Catriona and her silver linings. Well, that's it for now. See you again at 7 for the second edition of Newsnight. I'm Pio Ontiveros.
This program is brought to you by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation. This program is brought to you by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
This is Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines. I'm Pio Ontiveros. Very few things can make the country grind to a halt like boxing, basketball, and beauty pageants, especially if it is the Miss Universe competition. But it's pure joy when the Philippines candidate takes home the crown. Catriona Gray is the country's fourth Miss Universe after Gloria Diaz in 1969, Margie Moran in 1973, and Pia Wurtzbach in 2015. Gray, everyone said, came prepared and to slay. From the national costume competition to the preliminaries, where her slow-motion twirl in swimsuit took everyone's breath away, to this morning's pageant proper. No misstep, no mistake, giving concise and measured answers to the questions, acing every moment of the competition without missing a beat. Gray was an early favorite in spite of the fact the pageant's three co-hosts rarely mentioned her. Gray was a vision in her evening gowns in both the preliminaries, in an Ibong Adarna-inspired light orange beaded gown for the preliminaries, and in a Mayon Volcano fiery deep red gown for the finals earlier. Both gowns created and executed by a talented designer, relatively new on the scene, Mac Tumang. But it wasn't just her gowns that caught the eye. Gray also helped design her Philippine flag ear clips. Gray stood out among the top 5 candidates in the deep red gown, obviously fit and made for a queen. The other 4 finalists wearing silver or ivory gowns. And as expected, messages of congratulations pouring in from all over, from netizens to lawmakers. There was a sprinkling, though, of netizens who urged Gray to go beyond what she said about poverty in the country, but an avalanche of praise for what many believe was one of the most prepared candidates the Philippines ever sent to an international pageant. In a press conference after she was crowned, Gray said she was happy to have given Filipinos a Christmas present. Filipino nationals who were in the audience broke into song that lobbied the pageant venue, singing the national anthem. Angel Jacob, host of CNN Philippines Leading Women, spoke to Gray in May.
I think that in any profession or walk of life that women find ourselves in, and I happen to find myself in the arena of pageantry and in being an artist and a creative, I think we have a level of influence either with our colleagues, our peers, or our families, that we can influence something. And I think that we're in the prime position to influence good things or to inspire movements, inspire thinking outside the box. And I think it's a beautiful time for women right now. because we are finding each other. We are finding mentors in the community. We're finding people who believe in the same things we do, and I think we're banding together, and I think when women work together, that is an amazing thing. So I'm very excited, about the time that we live in right now, that we're able to have that kind of opportunity. And I think it's a very exciting thing.
What made Catriona Gray stand out among nearly 100 candidates? We look back at how she won the country's 4th Miss Universe crown in this report from Pauline Versosa.
From the world to the universe, Filipino bet Catriona Gray bags the 2018 Miss Universe crown in Bangkok, Thailand. The 24-year-old stunner bested 93 other contestants as she displayed beauty, elegance, and compassion to bag the Philippines' 4th Miss Universe crown. Right from the preliminaries, Catriona already made waves as she wowed people with her signature lava walk and iconic slow-mo twirl. And on pageant day, she immediately won the hearts of many after sharing her advocacy of improving support for children. The Phil-Australian then stunned in the swimsuit and evening gown competition, where she flaunted her dazzling volcano-inspired gown by Filipino designer Mac Tumang. But apart from her looks, Catriona also proved that she's more than a pretty face as she shared her stand on legalizing marijuana for medical use. In the final round, the eloquent Filipina's award-winning answer was about how seeing the silver lining in every situation is what she can provide as Miss Universe. South Africa's Tamarin Green ended up first runner-up, while Miss Venezuela's Stephanie Gutierrez landed at 3rd place. With the win, Gray joins 3 other Miss Universe title holders, with Pia Wurtzbach bagging the last in 2015. Prior to Miss Universe, Catriona was also a candidate at the 2016 Miss World pageant, where she landed in the top 5. According to pageant experts, she has successfully reinvented herself and exuded great confidence to stand out this year.
To be honest, there are a lot of pretty candidates, but right from the very start, the minute she walked in with her patented moves, her like this, her like that, the crown was hers. It was a victory for the Philippines, and that's what she really wanted.
Aside from being a goddess, I know she will deliver comes the question and answer round.
Some fans even treated the most beautiful day in the universe as a special holiday as they gathered in viewing parties, salons, and houses to cheer for the country's pride. Following her coronation, Catriona Gray is expected to have a homecoming in the Philippines to celebrate with her countrymen. Pauline Versosa, CNN Philippines.
Local celebrities sending love to the new Miss Universe online. Actress and TV host Ann Curtis, all praises for Catriona Gray. On Twitter, she says, quote, "She did it. She brought the crown back. Congratulations, Catriona." Award-winning performer Lea Salonga, proud of Catriona Gray's achievement. She writes, quote, "What wonderful news to wake up to. Congratulations, Catriona, for winning the Miss Universe crown." Mr. Pure Energy, Gary Valenciano, says the beauty queen was absolutely outstanding during the pageant. On Instagram, the singer says, quote, "Whatever challenges you may face, I believe you have the entire country supporting and praying for you. God bless your success, Catriona." Meantime, fashion designer Rahul Laurel calls on everyone to celebrate. He says, "Thank you, Catriona, for all your hard work and proving how proper preparation, dedication, and passion get the most coveted crown in the universe." Catriona Gray also gets praises from lawmakers. In a statement, Albay Representative Joey Salceda calls the new Miss Universe truly an Albayana, adding, "The entire Albay is happy and proud of her achievement, as proud as she is of her roots." Bataan Representative Geraldine Roman says Catriona brought immense pride and honor to Filipinos all over the world, not only with her beauty, but also with her intelligence, integrity, and her heart for the poor. Meantime, Senate President Tito Soto describes Catriona's pageant answer as superb. Soto adds, quote, "The outstanding way she carried her gown was the final win. Her personality was there all along." Senator Grace Poe thanks Catriona Gray for flying the Philippine flag high. Poe adds, "A woman of style, substance, and brave heart deserves the crown." We now go above and beyond the headlines with Jerry Diaz. He's a pageant expert and beauty queens trainer. Good evening, Jerry. Welcome to Newsnight.
Good evening, Pia. Thank you for the invitation.
Well, thank you for being here. Jerry, you trained Catriona for Miss World, is that correct?
In 2015, preparatory to Miss World Philippines, she was part of ACES. That was when she joined with me.
Yeah, well, a lot has been said, Jerry, about...
And I would always see her during the president answer portion that was actually created by Attorney.
Well, Jerry, a lot has been said about the frustration that many felt her especially, and people around her like you, when she didn't win Miss World. But then people now saying that that was the preparation for this time, for this pageant, for Miss Universe.
Yes, I think it is what we can really call as a blessing in disguise. She may not have bought it, but I think was prepared for Miss Universe. I think the same thing happened. She joined the first 2 years, she didn't make it, but there's also such a thing as timing. And I think in this in Catriona's part, a lot of came to play at time of luck.
You know, Jerry, we're going to get back to you in just a bit. We're going to fix our audio problems at the moment, but we will get back to Jerry Diaz, a pageant expert and one of the trainers for Catriona Gray back when she joined Miss World. Newly crowned Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray says she is in favor of medical cannabis. Her affirmative stand comes amid discussions at the House of Representatives to legalize the use of marijuana. George Cahilas tells us what the National Police thinks about the proposal.
Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray's answer during the pageant may against her debates on the legalization of medical marijuana in the country. Marijuana is illegal in the country under the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. In Congress, House Bill 180, or the proposed Philippine Compassionate Medical Cannabis Act, is now being discussed by lawmakers in plenary. If it becomes a law, it will allow authorized physicians to prescribe medical marijuana to those who are suffering from debilitating diseases like cancer, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, and post-traumatic stress disorder, among others.
This bill because of the patients and because of the moms also who are suffering, with their kids. That's why we push this bill, so it will be accessible and affordable.
The Senate, meanwhile, has no equivalent bill, but some senators express opposing views on the issue. Even during the first leg of the CNN Philippines senatorial debates, candidates were divided on legalizing medical marijuana.
Should medical marijuana be legalized? Yes or no?
Sure na po kayo. Okay.
But as far as the PNP is concerned, they need to study the bill carefully and they will be on guard in case the bill becomes a law.
What we have to protect here is the abuse. Is the abuse palagi. No? If ever na maging batas yan, we have to have a strict implementation of the law and palagi natin titignan baka ito ay maabuso. Lalo na yung pagpasok niyan, yung pag-import niyan. Yun ang dapat ma-safeguard natin.
But with Gray's affirmative stand on medical marijuana, authors of the bill are hopeful this may help convince their colleagues to appreciate its importance even in the middle of the government's war on drugs. George Cahilas, CNN Philippines.
Coming up, a Filipino designer talks about the inspiration behind Catriona Gray's red evening gown. And netizens sharing memes about the Miss Universe pageant. We check out some of those when we return. This is Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines. Welcome back. Catriona Gray set the stage on fire with her evening gown. Even before she was crowned the new Miss Universe, Filipino designer Mac Tumang explains the inspiration behind her gown. On Facebook, he says the dress represents the Mayon volcano, while the color red symbolizes the lava flowing out of its perfect cone. The gown also celebrates the town of Oas in Albay, the hometown of Catriona's mother. The designer says Catriona embodies the mythological heroine Daragang Magayon with her beauty, brains, and overflowing passion. Catriona's win is not the only topic dominating social media. Netizens also poking fun at memorable moments from the pageant. On Twitter, Christopher Purnell says Neo's performance predicted Catriona's victory. He posted this photograph showing the Filipina beauty queen standing far from other contestants. This netizen says Catriona already won even before the pageant. The Twitter user posts this photo of Catriona posing alongside former Miss Universe queens Iris Mitnur, Pia Wurtzbach, and Demi Lee Nell Peters. This netizen speaks up on the inspiration behind Catriona's dress. He says the red evening gown symbolizes EDSA traffic. And this Twitter post proves the Filipino beauty queen stood out among the contestants on stage. This netizen captions this photo, Catriona and her silver linings. Catriona earlier talked about the silver lining in her advocacy work with poor children. This is also in reference to the silver gowns of the rest of the top 5. And that's it for tonight. Thank you for your time. I'm Pia Ontiveros. See you again tomorrow for Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines.
This program is brought to you by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
This is the newsroom on CNN Philippines. Tonight we celebrate Catriona Gray, Miss Universe 2018. Congratulations still pouring in from all parts of the globe. The new queen's parents, the proudest of them all. Catriona's mom and dad share how they feel about the win. And some post-Miss You fun. The memes are flooding social media.
This program is brought to you by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ruth Cabal. Thanks for joining us. It's the most beautiful day in the universe. The Philippines' very own Catriona Gray has been crowned Miss Universe 2018. Catriona is the country's 4th Miss Universe after Gloria Diaz in 1969, Margie Moran in 1973, and Pia Wurtzbach in 2015. Catriona, who was an early favorite, came prepared and to slay from the national costume competition to the preliminaries, where her slow-motion twirl in swimsuit took everyone's breath away, to this morning's pageant proper. She stood out in a Mayon volcano-inspired fiery deep red gown for the finals earlier. It wasn't just her gown that caught the eye. Catriona also helped design her Philippine flag ear clips. In a press conference after she was crowned, the newly crowned queen said she was happy to have given Filipinos a Christmas present. What made Catriona Gray stand out among nearly 100 candidates? We look back at how she won the country's 4th Miss Universe crown in this report from Pauline Versosa.
From the world to the universe, Filipino bet Catriona Gray bags a 2018 Miss Universe crown in Bangkok, Thailand. The 24-year-old stunner bested 93 other contestants as she displayed beauty, elegance, and compassion to bag the Philippines' 4th Miss Universe crown. Right from the preliminaries, Catriona already made waves as she wowed people with her signature lava walk and iconic slow-mo twirl. And on pageant day, she immediately won the hearts of many after sharing her advocacy of improving support for children. The Phil-Australian then stunned in the swimsuit and evening gown competition, where she flaunted her dazzling volcano-inspired gown by Filipino designer Mac Tumang. But apart from her looks, Catriona also proved that she's more than a pretty face as she shared her stand on legalizing marijuana for medical use. In the final round, the eloquent Filipina's award-winning answer was about how seeing the silver lining in every situation is what she can provide as Miss Universe. South Africa's Tamarin Green ended up first runner-up, while Miss Venezuela's Stephanie Gutierrez landed at 3rd place. With the win, Gray joins 3 other Miss Universe title holders, with Pia Wurtzbach bagging the last in 2015. Prior to Miss Universe, Catriona was also a candidate at the 2016 Miss World pageant, where she landed in the top 5. According to pageant experts, she has successfully reinvented herself and exuded great confidence to stand out this year.
To be honest, there are a lot of pretty candidates, but right from the very start, the minute she walked in with her patented moves, her like this, her like that, the crown was hers. It was a victory for the Philippines, and that's what she really wanted.
Aside from being a goddess, I know she will deliver comes the question and answer round.
Some fans even treated the most beautiful day in the universe as a special holiday as they gathered in viewing parties, salons, and houses to cheer for the country's pride. Following her coronation, Catriona Gray is expected to have a homecoming in the Philippines to celebrate with her countrymen. Pauline Berzosa, CNN Philippines.
Messages of congratulations pouring in for the new Miss Universe 2018. Catriona Gray's predecessor, Miss Universe 2017, Demi Lee Nell Peters, on Instagram posted his photograph of her passing the crown to Catriona, saying, quote, "Welcome to the sisterhood. May this year exceed all your expectations." Also on Instagram, Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach posted this photograph of her sharing the stage with Catriona. Wurtzbach described Catriona as the girl on fire who started strong and captured hearts with grace, commitment, and fearlessness. She adds, quote, "You have made us all proud. Raise your flag." And Winwin Marquez, who was crowned Reina Hispano-Americana last year, took to Twitter congratulating Catriona. Marquez says she's proud and happy for the country's 4th Miss Universe crown. A pageant expert says Catriona executed a flawless game plan. Speaking to CNN Philippines, Norman Tino talked about the moment he knew it was a sure win for the country.
During the final 3 Q&A, because it was so easy. There were only 3 girls left. So it's just a matter of assessing the answer of Miss South Africa and Miss Venezuela. And when I heard their answers, I knew that everything was over. Kumbaga, in the bag na. In terms of Catriona's performance, she did an absolutely flawless game plan. She came to Bangkok prepared, and she went there to win.
What do you think about our top story tonight? Send us a message at CNN Philippines. We're also live on Facebook. We'll read your comments at the end of the show. The biggest story of the day, our very own Catriona Gray crowned Miss Universe 2018. Filipinos from all parts of the world are rejoicing. Here's a priceless moment of a group of Pinoys in Thailand right after Catriona's coronation. When we return, we look at how Catriona Gray nailed the question and answer portions in the Miss Universe pageant. And how Catriona's parents feel about her win. Be right back. Stay tuned to the newsroom. Thanks for staying with us here in the newsroom. Here's Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray again during the question and answer portions of the pageant. During the Q&A of the top 5 candidates, Catriona was asked whether she's in favor of legalizing the use of marijuana, and here's what she said. She's for medical use, but not for recreational use. She says, quote, "Everything is good, but in moderation." And for the final word, Catriona was asked about the most important lesson she's learned in her life that she can apply as Miss Universe. She says she has learned to be grateful and to look for the beauty and the silver lining in every situation. She says she will also teach others to be grateful so that, quote, "Negativity could not grow and foster, and children would have a smile on their face." Catriona's family is celebrating her win. In the audience, Mike, who happened to be seated beside Catriona's parents, caught on camera the moment they heard the announcement of the winner. Watch this.
The new Miss Universe is
Philippines!
Philippines!
Congratulations! Congratulations!
These two, the happiest among all of the new Miss Universe supporters and fans. Here are Ian Gray and Normita Magnayon, the very proud parents of Catriona.
How are you feeling right now?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. She was the chosen one.
At the start of the competition, did you already know that she was going to win the competition?
Yes.
And how much support did you give her? What kind of support did you give her all throughout this competition?
Undying.
Undying support. And how is it going to change your lives now that she's going to move to New York?
I'm going to miss her, but, you know, it's not far. It's only a plane away. But definitely.
How are you all throughout the competition, every part of the competition? How are you?
Oh, we're good. We're excited, at the same time anxious, but yes, this is the day.
What were you feeling every time her name was announced?
Oh my God, we can't, you know, we're so thrilled. And again,
what is your message to Catriona?
Catriona, you did this. This is you. You worked hard for this. Congratulations.
How about you, Daddy?
I love you.
Catriona's win is not the only topic dominating social media. Netizens also poking fun at memorable moments from the pageant. On Twitter, Christopher Pernell says Neo's performance predicted Catriona's victory. He posted this photo showing the Filipina beauty queen standing far from other contestants. This netizen says Catriona already won even before the pageant. The Twitter user posts this photo of Catriona posing alongside former Miss Universe queens Iris Metaner, Pia Wurtzbach, and Demi-Lee Nell-Peters. This netizen speaks up on the inspiration behind Catriona's dress. He says the red evening gown symbolizes EDSA traffic. Meantime, this Twitter post proves the Filipina beauty queen stood out among the contestants on stage. This netizen captions this photo, Catriona and her silver linings. Earlier, we asked you for your comments on our top story. The country's very own Catriona Gray is Miss Universe 2018. Filipinos worldwide are celebrating her feat. And that's the newsroom tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Ruth Cabal. Good evening.
This program is brought to you by Bank of Commerce, an affiliate of San Miguel Corporation.
Her and, of course, hold her press conference a little bit later on. If you've just tuned in, welcome to CNN Philippines' special coverage of the arrival of Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray, here in Manila. The plane carrying Catriona Gray has just arrived at the Platinum Skies Aviation PADC hangar 4 in Pasay City. We are showing you live images of that very aircraft. We are unable to see who this lady in red that you can see just at the entrance to the plane is. But everyone there, you can see a crowd of people already gathered waiting for Catriona Gray to exit the aircraft. And our correspondent Joyce Ilas is there as well in Pasay City. Joyce?
Yes, so the Queen is back home. Miss Universe Catriona Gray has just landed here in Pasay City. Her plane has just landed, and we are still waiting for her to disembark from the plane. Catriona arrived back home 2 days after winning the Miss Universe title in Bangkok, Thailand. Now, Catriona boarded a private jet of former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson on her way back here in the Philippines. And with her, we expect
with her. Oh, here she is. No, that's not her yet. All right, with her are former Ilocos Sur Governor Luis Chavez Singson and one of the pageant judges, Singson. Now, aside from well-wishers and members of the media, here also in Pasay City, Catriona this afternoon are some children from the non-government organization Young Focus. Catriona, as we all know, has been involved with the organization since 2016. She even mentioned the kids in an answer in the question and answer portion of Miss Universe. Young Focus organization helps underprivileged kids. So mounted in Manila. So that's what's happening right now. We are waiting for Catriona to disembark from her plane. Back to you.
All right. Let's see. Joyce?
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Joyce, can you describe for us what the mood is like now that the aircraft has actually landed in Pasay?
Right now, everyone is just very excited. We are here at the tarmac in Pasay City. It's a private tarmac, but I think many of the workers here stopped working, and they're just anticipating to see Catriona. They're waiting for her to come out from the plane, and we were also able to talk to some of the kids from the Young Focus Foundation, and they said that they are very, very excited to see Catriona at the cap for them. They said that they are very proud, especially because Catriona mentioned them in her answer in the question and answer portion of the Miss Universe pageant. That winning answer that helped her seal her or helped her get the crown. They said that they are very excited to see her. I asked one of the kids, I asked her what's her most memorable experience or what her most favorite memory with Catriona is. She said that she will never forget hugging Catriona before she left the Philippines for her pageant, for the Miss Universe pageant in Bangkok, Thailand. So right now they're holding flowers, eagerly anticipating to greet Catriona once again as she arrives back home here in the Philippines. Back to you.
So I'm sure that it is going to be a very emotional reunion for these kids as well as for Catriona when they do finally see each other. Now, aside from the kids, are there any family members that have joined the throng of supporters who are waiting to welcome Catriona back to the country?
We don't see any family member right now, but there are some of her supporters here, and also here are two artists, or an artist, Kenji Nunez, who made digital art of Catriona. It is that photo which she shared in her, I think, Instagram account. He is here right now. He will give his portrait or his drawing of Catriona when he sees her later when he greets her. So, all right, we can see Chavez Singson, former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavez Singson, or rather Ilocos Sur Governor Chavez Singson, and that's also with him is Richelle Singson, the one who also judged Miss Universe. And here we go, we have seen Catriona disembarking from the plane.
There you go, dressed in white. We are seeing images of Catriona Gray, the new Miss Universe 2018, finally making her way down from the private jet that she boarded from Bangkok, Thailand, of course, from the pageant straight back to Manila. As Joyce Ilas was telling us earlier, there is a huge crowd of supporters who are already there, excited. As you can see, a lot of excitement in the faces of people there. And there's also the children from the NGO that she has been in constant contact with and also supporting for the past couple of years. And these are the kids that she also mentioned in the question and answer portion of the Miss Universe pageant. Let's listen in. We have sound for you. Let's listen in to what's going on over there. cameras and the media are only allowed up to a certain point, but if you just tuned in, the images that you're seeing right now are from Pasay City, where Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray, just moments ago emerged from the private plane that she boarded from Bangkok, Thailand. The plane landed in Metro Manila, or in Manila, at around 3:40 this afternoon, and she was, of course, accompanied by former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson and his daughter Rochelle Singson. Michael, who was one of the judges during the Miss Universe pageant night 2 days ago. And as she alighted or deplaned, we could see that the crowd really just erupted and tried to get as close to Catriona as possible while having their cell phones and cameras raised in the air, and just really formed a very tight band around her. And she, the members of her security team were really trying their best to make sure that Catriona was, safe, and had a little bit of distance between her and this flock of this throng of people, really, who were so excited to finally get their first glimpse of Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray, as she arrived on Philippine soil, fresh from her win as the fourth Filipina to win Miss Universe. And Joyce Ilas, our correspondent, is still on the line. Joyce, what is going on?
Yes, as of now, Catriona is inside the holding area. She is with a selected group of media, and also there are Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson and some of the kids from Young Focus Sound Station. We are expected to be allowed to go inside to take some photos or videos of her. But as of now, we can see her talking with the kids. They look very happy. They've been laughing since they've entered their room. And as soon as she landed here, she greeted the kids. They were the first one that she greeted, and then the kids gave her flowers. And then on her way to the holding area, I saw her holding the hand of one of those kids, and they look very happy. Right now, she's taking a selfie with the kids of Young Focus. As we know, she has been helping. She has been working with the NGO since 2016, and as I mentioned earlier, these kids were the inspiration behind her answer in the question and answer portion of the Miss Universe pageant in Bangkok, Thailand. Back to you.
Joyce, do we have any idea what her schedule is going to be like this afternoon now that she has arrived in Manila? Does she have anything scheduled, anything concrete for this afternoon, aside from, of course, meeting with the kids from Young Focus and maybe talking to whoever it is that is inside that room right now?
Yes, as far as we know, according to some of the organizers we were able to talk to earlier, I think she has no plans tonight. I think she wants to take a rest first, perhaps spend time with the kids. And then tomorrow, she is expected to hold a press conference in the morning. She is expected to answer for some of the questions from the media. And then she is expected, I think, to fly back to New York in Saturday.
So it's a very short and sweet trip for Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray. Is there any word on maybe like a welcome home party or a motorcade or anything like that?
Yes, we are yet to hear about that from the organizers, because based on experience, what usually happens is after a candidate wins in Miss Universe, the first press conference that she holds is usually with the international media, because after winning the Miss Universe pageant, her handlers her handler becomes the Miss Universe Foundation. So usually the winner usually holds the press conference in New York where Miss Universe is based. So I think something happened. I'm not sure what yet, but they're changing things. Now they allowed Catriona, instead of flying to New York, they allowed her to come back home first here in the Philippines and spend a couple of days here. And then she, as I said earlier, she is expected to answer to face immediately or for a press conference, and then fly back to New York in Saturday.
That's right. You mentioned that this is like a deviation from the usual process, right? Because normally from whatever venue they held the pageant, the winner flies directly to New York to start her official duties as Miss Universe 2018. So I think that, or Miss Universe, so I think it's very interesting that they actually did allow her to fly home to the Philippines first and spend a few days here before whisking her away to New York. I think that for Pia Wurtzbach, it took several weeks before Pia was actually able to fly back to the country.
Yes, that's right. This is a deviation from the usual practice of Miss Universe. But as we know, Catriona, from the very start of her pageant, she has always involved the Filipino people. She has always carried with her the Philippine flag. Perhaps that is one big factor. She chose to come back home first to pay homage to the Filipinos, to give her thanks to the Filipino people, the 104 million Filipino people who supported her all throughout her journey to be Miss Universe, before she starts her official task as Miss Universe, Miss Universe.
Thank you very much, Joyce Ilas there reporting to us from Pasay City, where Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray arrived from Bangkok, Thailand just a few minutes ago. Stay tuned to CNN Philippines to get the stories as they happen. Of course, we will bring you more information as it comes in. I'm Menchu Makapagal. Good afternoon.
Good morning, everyone. Grabe, nakakatuwa to be here. Thank you so much for all making the time to be here today. We are here for an amazing cause, which is, of course, the partnership of Front Row with Miss Universe Organization for Gentle Hands, which is a charity for children. And we are giving the gift of giving, which we're giving gifts to the children today. And of course, that is so important. Why? Because it's Christmas, diba? Ang saya ng season na to. And of course, giving is so important, especially to children who may have been dealt a poorer hand in life. So what is wonderful is that they are going to experience joy and happiness this season, which I hope that inspires each and every one of you on all of your platforms to open up your hearts this Christmas and give, whether it be small, whether it may be large, or anything to make someone's Christmas season happy. So of course po, I'm sobrang happy to be here with a Miss Universe crown para sa Pasko ng Pilipinas. And also, I want to give thanks to, of course, Front Row for organizing this event and being an inspiration in the season of giving. As they were stated before, this event was planned for the new Miss Universe of 2018, which just so happened to be a Filipina. I love you guys. And just to give a bit of background, I'm so happy to be here. Why? Also because I really do work with children. Why I'm drawn to working with children specifically? Because I'm an only child. So growing up, I always wished for siblings. So I guess when I became an adult and I reached out to charity, working with children just really touched my heart because they're so pure. And you know, they come into this life and it's the simple things that make them happy. And I think that this event is a perfect example of that, where we can give something simple as a gift, as a present, and it will really stay with them this season and make them have an amazing positive outlook on the year that is to come, which I think is a great thing to be a part of. So maraming salamat po for all being here. Thank you for the support in my Miss Universe journey. And I will definitely be seeing you all very, very soon. Maraming salamat po.
All right, another big round of applause for Catriona, everybody.
Now may we request RS Francisco and architect Rochelle to join Catriona up front for a big photo op. Guys, I want to see your biggest smiles, okay? All right, guys, let's look to the left first, okay? Left. All right, there you go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Or one more. And then to the right side. And then last to the middle. Before we end the group photo, Catriona, do you mind getting the toys? There you go. For the kids. There you go. Big smiles again. To your left. One more. And to the right. I'm sorry. There's so much photos. All right. And right in the middle. Okay, let's do one with front row first. Architect Rochelle, may we have you on the side first? Then we'll have one with you later, all right? All right. Catriona and RS first for front row. Left. All right, to the right. All right, everybody from front row, please join on stage. Spread out on the stage, please. A couple on the other side. Okay, there you go. Big smiles, guys.
What you're watching now is Miss Universe of the Philippines contestant Catriona Gray facing the media a day after her return to the country after winning the crown in Bangkok, Thailand. The Queen, that's what they call her now, is going to Quezon City for a gift-giving program after this event where she's expected to answer a few questions from the media. Please stay tuned to CNN Philippines. We'll have more news for you. Newsroom Ngayon is coming up next.
The Filipina is queen of the universe again. Catriona Gray, the fourth to take home the Miss Universe crown. But can the Philippines win more? I'm Pia Ontiveros. This is On the Record. Joining us in this episode, pageant expert Norman Tino, who was in Bangkok for Coronation Night, and another pageant expert, Jerry Diaz. Norman and Jerry, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Jerry, you didn't go to Bangkok.
No, I did not.
Okay, sige, you know, I wanted to go straight into Coronation Night right away, but something's developed, and it is first on my list of questions. Now let's start with these rumors of. The Miss Universe franchise being taken over by former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson, now a businessman. Just recently figured in the headlines because of Miss Latel Corporation. Yes. Yung third telco sana, no? Sorry, not Miss Latel, the other, the competitor. These rumors, of course, are fueled by, well, his plane having brought Catriona home yesterday, flying her in, all those pictures of him with her. No? There has been some sort of a denial. But what do you know about this, and what does it mean? What does it mean to us?
Me personally, Pia, when the daughter, Rochelle, was announced as one of the judges for the finals, I already had a gut feel then that there's something big. Something big might follow because why is she one of the judges?
Right.
So there must be something big that will follow soon.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell when, but it should happen soon.
And Chavit was the one who, what is it, financed or put up the Miss Universe pageant here 2 years ago, no?
The 65th, one last
where Maxine
January.
Medina joined.
And French girl won, Iris.
And during that time, I think it was very important to emphasize that the Philippine government didn't have to pay a single centavo for that. And I think they were able to get a private businessman to sponsor it in the person of Chavit Singson. And with the success of the holding of the 2015 Miss Universe pageant in Manila,
which was January 2016.
Yes, 2016 already. I think I was not surprised if when rumors cropped up that either the Miss Universe pageant will be held here in the Philippines, or now with the talks that the Miss Universe franchise might be awarded to him. So in terms of organization and financing, which is very important to any event, that he was able to meet it.
Okay, but what does that mean? Because everybody knows the Miss Universe candidate of the Philippines comes from Binibining Pilipinas. You have your Binibining Pilipinas Universe, Binibining Pilipinas International, etc. And kumbaga, yun na yung nakaugalian, yun ang nakasanayan ng mga tao
decades.
Decades, no? What, 50 years? More than 50 years, no? So ano, paano yun? What happens?
Personally for me, it is sad that, well, Miss Universe Philippines is the lead title of Binibining Pilipinas. And to see Binibining Pilipinas without a Miss Universe Philippines title is like losing a very integral part of that pageant in terms of prestige. Now, when I heard that there will be a takeover, I really wanted to accept the changes, the changing of the guards. But it's hard because I grew up with Binibining Pilipinas. So it's like, it's not even comparable to taking a candy away from me. It's like taking my house and lot and pawning it.
Okay.
Something like
and
that.
Your car.
Because it's like part of my system already. So what bothers me lang with what happened yesterday is that, yeah, it's not the official homecoming of Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray, but when she was flown in using the private jet of the governor, I just don't like the rumors that came up afterwards. So people keep on saying that, well, something must have been done somewhere to facilitate the victory, and it makes me feel bad because...
What do you mean?
Parang ano daw, well, facilitated means...
Because there were 2 Filipina judges.
2 Filipina judges, there was Rochelle Singson. I don't like that her victory is tainted by such talks because Catriona won fair and square in the eyes of the 7 female judges.
And also, if I may add, the 2 Filipino judges are known for their integrity. So I don't think they will taint their reputation.
And the 2 Filipina judges, of course, Monique Liulay, fashion designer based in the US, and
Rochelle.
Rochelle Singson.
They have very good international reputation, and they're known for
as an architect?
Yes, architect, and as a designer.
And besides, I don't think for a competition as big as Miss Universe that they would stake their reputation. And people would say that, oh, it's a cooking show, it's a cooking show. No, it's definitely not a cooking show because Miss Universe is Miss Universe.
I think Catriona was a very good winner because Miss Universe organization is still a business enterprise. And with all the following of Catriona Gray, which right now she has 3 million followers already on Instagram. And then with the number of likes that she got with her photo on the official website, I think it will augur for IMG, which is the owner of Miss Universe organization. Plus the fact she's a very intelligent girl. She writes her own social blogs. She's very well read, so she's very good copy. So when you do that, then I think the sponsors will gravitate towards the organization.
Which is what's going to happen, I guess.
Yes, I think
which is already what has happened.
Yeah, which is what happened to Pia. So maybe the same thing will be happening.
Yeah, very, very good copy.
Yes, she is.
When you watch Coronation Night, well, which was morning actually, here in the Philippines and in Bangkok, talagang your eye was drawn to her.
Yeah.
She was really a standout.
Yeah, I
right?
think from start to finish, there was no room for mistake. So you can see the preparation was there, the confidence, the experience that she has gained for the past 2-3 years, no? And the experience
because she joined Miss World, no?
She joined Miss World. And from the time that I knew her 4 years ago, there was really a very big change. So I first met her in 2014 at the
So that was when she was 20, like
20 before
just
she
out
joined
of
Miss
her
World
teens,
Philippines.
so parang batang-bata.
So
no?
there was a charity concert of Valerie Wayman, and then Valerie said, Sir Jerry, may darating mamaya. My best friend, no? Catriona Gray. She's a model from Australia. She's a very good singer. So we talked to her. Sabi ko, tama si Valerie, you're very beautiful. You can be a beauty queen. At that time, she was not ready for that. No, Sir Jerry, I'm a model. I'm a singer. I'm not ready for that. But finally, one time we met in Uptown Mall with her mom and her dad. We were sitting in a coffee shop. We were in the corridors lang eh. And then I explained to her, and then the mom also wanted to listen. The dad was there, but I was just listening. And then finally, she decided to join Miss World. And you can see how she prepared for it. It's really,
a lot of people now were saying no, the Miss World title wasn't for you because you were meant for another title. It's Miss Universe. Now that you say when she said she's a model, she's a singer. As a matter of fact, someone had uploaded an old video of hers, Holy Night. You can tell na very talented, very and you para bang sa Miss Universe, parang compared to the other girls, meron siyang parang performance level.
That's it.
No?
Yeah. I think yung exposure niya sa entertainment is something unlike the others. You see the Miss Universe winners developing over the years. Pero because of her exposure in entertainment, she does her own blogs, she sings, and then
in other words, she's used to communicating. Kaya yun ang ginawa niya sa audience that night.
And that's the reason, Pia, why right from the start of competition, when she came to Bangkok, I went out on a limb talaga to proclaim every single day to all my readers that she is the #1 pick to win. And I was very consistent with that. So by the time that predictions were coming out, there was really no denying that she's the number one pick because she was in a league all of her own. As in talagang she was there, the 93 others were here. And even if I remember when we were doing the phone patch interview sa Bangkok right after the victory, you asked me a question like, why were the two co-hosts not even mentioning Catriona? So now I have the answer for you.
Yes, the answer
They were both in denial of the fact that Catriona was unbeatable. They were in denial. They couldn't. They have their own favorites, definitely, but they just couldn't because they want their own bets to be selected. They couldn't just freely because Catriona is being hyped already. Now, if they say something about Catriona, then she's going to be hyped even more.
Okay. So parang it'll call more attention to her. But wait, we need to take a very short break. On the record, we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to On the Record. Still with us, pageant experts Norman Tino and Jerry Diaz. But first, we're going to speak to Miss Universe 1999 first runner-up Miriam Kiambao. She joins us via Skype. Miriam, hi. Thank you very much for being with us.
Hello, Pia. Thank you for having me. And hello to all the viewers of CNN as well as Norman and Jerry. Hi.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Miriam, let's begin with, pageant night, coronation night. I'm sure you were watching it very closely. What were your thoughts?
I thought that from the very beginning, actually sa preliminary pa lang, I thought that she was already a standout. The fact that everybody was talking about the twirl and the turn in her swimsuit, and Tyra Banks even mentioned about it. I think that really caught attention of the rest of the world. And so I think a lot of people from around the world are already looking out for her during the coronation night. And she did stand out, especially during the evening gown. Kasi as you can see din sa last five, di ba, parang lahat sila naka silver and gold. She was the only one in red, and she was right smack in the middle. She really got all the attention of the audience.
So it was like Catriona Gray and her backup singers, or like Jerry was reminding us kanina, the silver linings, a real standout. Kanina nga I was telling them na parang performance level talaga yung dating yung ginawa ni Catriona. Do you agree? And tuloy para bang napapaisipan tayo, a pageant is not just about women who present themselves and then look pretty on stage, no? What is it? It's like you're communicating with the audience? You're, what's going on pag ganon?
It's a certain presence, an X factor, as you may say, as you may consider. I think communication is not just about the way you speak, but the way you carry your presence, carry yourself on stage or in the presence of people who are looking at you. And apart from her beauty, her height, she actually stands very tall amidst all the other candidates. But her very presence, you can feel it, and when she speaks, you can feel the passion in her voice. And then you can feel that she's one who has what you would call gravitas, or in corporate settings, something that you would call an executive presence. But in her case, her presence really exudes through the screen, and you can see through her heart when she speaks. And I think the way she answered her last question is, you can feel her passion, you can feel the fire through her words, and I think that really nailed it for her.
While you were watching, Miriam, did your thoughts go back to when you were competing, when you were on stage?
I wasn't really focused on myself. I was focused on her and how she was doing and how we were all rooting for her. That day, Monday, was actually my son's birthday. So my attention was divided between watching her competition as well as giving attention to my son who was celebrating his birthday. But nonetheless, all three of us got to watch the live stream on YouTube kasi hindi na kami nakakonect to any TV. We just watch TV through the internet. Nonetheless, yun. So I was able to catch the whole show, and I'm really, really happy how it turned out.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the things that are very notable is that there are very few things that can make the country grind to a halt. No? So there's boxing, basketball, especially collegiate basketball, UAAP, you know, sorry, Eagles, back-to-back champions. And I had to say that talaga. And of course, beauty pageants. So, you know, it's like on social media, no, people would say after coronation, o sige, balik na tayo sa trabaho, gano'n, no. What is it about beauty pageants that Filipinos love very much?
I think we can trace it all to our history. Well, first of all, in general, the human psyche, we're all very attracted to beautiful women, beauty in general. And I think that's a reflection of God who is present in all our hearts. God is beauty in himself, and intrinsically, we're all attracted to what is beautiful. And having pageants, I think that history can be traced back to the Spanish times when there were mga di ba noon pa lang may mga beauty pageants na during that time. And I guess our passion or desire to be part of a beauty pageant is also linked to how winners actually benefited and married well after they had won.
Okay.
They opened doors, not just in romance, but also nowadays in career and empowering women, and now using that as a platform for positive influence.
Well, married well, you did, Arnie Roberto. Anyway, well, Miriam, thank you so much for joining us. And you know, I was thinking, Miss Universe 1999 first runner-up. You were just like a few votes away from the crown, but I guess talagang ano yan, no? Destiny, right?
Well, the Bible says that all our days are written even before they came to be. And I believe that in the case of all of us where we are now, God has already planned for that a long time ago, even before we were born. And so when it comes to beauty pageants, Margie Moran, Gloria Diaz, Pia Wurtzbach, Catriona Gray, even me, even if I finished first runner-up, it was all written in the stars. It was all written in God's book. a long time ago. And I believe that whatever it is for each and every one of us, God always has a great purpose. And I'm sure that that God has a wonderful plan and a wonderful purpose for Catriona. And even now, we can see that as she's already using that as a platform to promote her favorite charity, Young Focus. And I really hope that she will use it to the full and be a good steward of it.
Yeah, and other causes, of course.
Yes.
Well, for sharing your story and your thoughts with us, Miriam, and for reminding us about God's Word also, very, very timely. It is the Christmas season. Thank you very much, Miriam Kiambao, Miss Universe, first runner-up, 1999. Thank you so much, Miriam. We're going to go to a very quick break. This is On the Record. When we come back, Norman Tino and Jerry Diaz still here with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are on the final stretch of the show. Jerry, final words?
Yeah, first, thank you, Pia, for inviting us. I'd like to say congratulations to Catriona, and thank you to her for bringing the 4th Miss Universe crown. And I think it will be a realization of her dream to have a wider platform for advocacy, which is to provide education for the children.
Yeah. Well, she also mentioned the HIV and AIDS. That's
yes, and plus HIV and AIDS, because I've seen how she worked for Young Focus even before Miss World Philippines. And I even saw one of the girls during her charity concert, a grade 2 girl who cried when she was saying thank you to Catriona. Now you have the whole universe to promote your advocacy. And I wish also good luck to whoever will be the next franchise holder for the Miss Universe organization. After all,
and you expect na it's hindi na Binibining Pilipinas Incorporated?
Whoever, whether it be Binibining Pilipinas or whoever will be the franchise holder for for Miss Universe, I wish them all the luck, because Miss Universe has always been the prime title for Miss Universe.
Of course, of course. I mean, for many people around the world, Miss Universe is the pageant that
like in the Philippines,
watch, right?
when you have a baby girl, you don't say, you always say, you will be our Miss Universe, magiging Miss Universe ka. That's first on the mind.
You don't say Miss World?
Yeah.
Okay. Norman?
Yeah. First of all, I feel vindicated that I really cheered on for Catriona until the end, and now that she's Miss Universe, so happy tayo. I even promised online na, please give us the 4th crown and I will go on semi-retirement. Parang ganon. Ganon pa yung drama ko noon. Drama ko pa yun noon. Now, I remember before I left for Bangkok, I was interviewed in another network, and the question was, what is the implication of a Catriona Gray winning Miss Universe? And at that time, unconsciously, my answer was, Catriona winning will establish a new order in national pageantry. But I was coming from another point there, not what is happening right now. Because through all my years in pageantry, I have been very, very protective of our queens. So if ever there will be a takeover of the Miss Universe franchise, I sincerely hope and pray that the new queens who will follow in the years to come will be taken care of just as well as how Binibining Pilipinas have protected the ladies, because I hold our beauty queens on top of a pedestal. I look up to them, I hug them and treat them like my own daughters. So I want them to maintain the integrity, the beauty, and our winning streak, of course, is very important. But nothing should be compromised, because at the end of the day, our world-class Filipinas are world-class because they are worthy of being emulated. I don't want any kind of intrigue to touch them. So I just wish that Binibining Pilipinas will still be there. Sincerely, I want Binibining Pilipinas to still be there regardless of what happens. Sana naman hindi mangyari yung mga kinatatakutan namin. But I want it to be there because it's an institution. But if there's going to be a separate Miss Universe Philippines, I want it to be grander, bolder, but more purposeful. That's all I can say about it.
Well, thank you very much, Norman Tino and Jerry Diaz. Maraming salamat, and Merry Christmas. It's Christmas na pala, no? Well, happy Christmas. That's on the record this week.
That was a nice Christmas gift from
Thank you for watching. I'm Pia Ontiveros.